So today's session we'll be looking at SSH keys, why it is important, and some basics of SSH keys. So what is a command to create SSH keys? Do you remember?
SSH keygen.
Yeah. So command will be SSH dash keygen dash T RSA. RSA is the algorithm that we use. SSH keygen command by default it is available in Windows as well as in Linux machines. So on Windows you will see .exe. On Linux you will see without that extension because it is an executable file. SSH keygen dash T RSA. So what exactly it does? It creates a public key and a private key. Correct? Any doubts on this?
No, Shankar. Just a small question.
Yeah.
What does -T denotes here?
It's an algorithm. I'll have to check it out exactly.
Okay.
Let's do it. So when I do a man, it is a manual page.
Mhm.
-T should give. Okay. Specify the type of key to create. Type of key. So it
Okay.
specifically means a type of key. The possible values are DSA, RSA, any other ED, any of the algorithm that I can use. So here it is. So we usually just go with the RSA algorithm, which is pretty simple. Okay. So
Okay, Shankar.
hyphen T is that type of key. Okay. So it creates a public key and a private key. Public key is same as your username when you use authentication, especially password-based authentication. Private key is like private key is like user your password. It must be kept secure. It must be secured. It should not be shared to anyone. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, Shankar.
So public key is like your username. You can share it to people, but here we'll be sharing it to remote machine. Why remote machine? I'll tell you. The purpose of having a public key and private key pairs are to do a passwordless authentication. Clear? Why passwordless authentication is required? Automation is a key here because no intervention, no interruption will be there. So no no confirmation required and no need to intervene. Just give me a second. Okay. So basically the DevOps goal is to automate everything possible. So this will help us to log into remote servers and do passwordless auth to Git servers, GitHub or GitLab servers. That is the main purpose of having SSH key pair. Okay, any questions so far?
No, Shankar.
Okay, we'll go to the list of FAQs. Where are the public and private keys, SSH keys in the local machine? Any idea where it is?
It's basically hidden.
It's basically hidden, but under your home directory. So
Mhm.
this is like your home directory. Whenever you put a tilt symbol, it is like your home directory. Say, for example, in my terminal, if I go to /temp,
Mhm.
any other folder, if I do a simply cd tilt / or cd tilt, it will take me to home directory. This is my home directory. To check my home directory also, I can put echo $home. This will probably work on Windows as well. There is no difference between operating systems. To check your username also, echo $user or username will be there. That is your username. On C, on Windows, you will see C uses your name, something like that. So you can do a cross
Yeah.
check by doing echo $home or echo $user. How it is really looking in your Windows machine. Okay. So your SSH key will be a hidden file that is under your home directory /.ssh. That is your folder in which your key files will be there. That is public key with the .pub extension, private key, no extension. That is ID underscore RSA. The other one is ID underscore RSA .pub. And depending on the key name that you choose, the key name may be different, but by default, the key name will be ID underscore RSA, ID underscore RSA .pub. Can you quickly check in your system whether you have these two keys?
Sure, Shankar. It's not there. I'm not able to find it. But can we download it again? Wait 1 second. Yeah, I got it, Shankar. I got it, Shankar.
Am I audible now?
Yes, Shankar. I got it.
Okay. Okay. Now I go back to the document. So where exactly the public key and private key present, that you have understood. The only other thing is what is the permission of your private key. Private key should always have only read permission, no write permission. So if you look at this, it has a write permission, which is not correct. So it has to be only 400 is the permission. Chmod 400 slash dot SSH ID underscore RSA. If you look at this, then it becomes only R, read only mode.
Yeah, got it.
Okay. Now the permission must be private key, should be 400, or it can be 600 also. There's no harm in having a 600. 600 will be like read plus write, uh, and no permission for other people. What is the purpose of using SS keys from the discussion we had?
To do
Passwordless.
passwordless authentication.
Yeah. Passwordless auth, automation of login to
Scheme.
remote servers,
Remote server.
passwordless git push to GitLab servers. Git push or git pull, both. Okay. What is private key? What is public key? Public key is like your username. Private key is like your password. Okay. This is your passwordless authentication and saves a lot of time. Allows you to log into multiple servers very quickly. Okay. Any doubts? Any questions on this?
No, Shankar. All good.
Okay. So how to log into the EC2 instances using SS keys? What do we do? Basically, on EC2 instance, on AWS console, we create a private key. We usually create a private key that gets copied to local machine downloads folder. If you look at your downloads folder, you will see a key which is being downloaded to your local machine that will have extension .pem. .pem is the extension that will be there in the file. Apart from that, you can also use your local key, local private key and public key that is available on your local machine to be used for your EC2 instance login. We'll talk about how to do that. Do you have the experience of logging into the EC2 machine using this .pem key?
Yes, Shankar. So we have to do SSH-I, and you have to be in that directory where the PEM file is located.
No,
SSH-I.
you
Sorry.
need to be on the same folder. You can be anywhere.
Okay.
You can say that downloads dash my key.pem. So you can put your
Oh,
complete path like this, either
yeah.
with the tilt symbol or you can give the complete path.
Yeah.
Okay, then your username
EC2, yeah, username at the rate
at
IP
IP.
address.
So basically, I is a key input, your key file name, and then username at IP address, which is
Yeah.
equivalent to connecting your friend at his home. Say, what do you do when you go to your friend's house? You ask for maybe Ramesh, right? At some home address, right? It could be a number. what do you say? You are his friend, right? So what is the thing that you're carrying? You are a friend and you're trying to meet your friend Ramesh and at home address. Exactly the same thing. You're doing SSH authentication using key file as an input and key file name
Mhm.
and username and IP address. That's what exactly you should see. You should look at it this way. Okay. Any doubts
Yeah.
on this?
No, Shankar, it's all good.
Okay. See, in order to log in as a different user, say there is one more user XYZ which is created on EC2 instance. So for that, what you need to do is you need to log into EC2 instance as root user or EC2 user and change the user to XYZ and copy the public key to home directory. Home XYZ and authorized keys file. Authorized underscore keys file. This is what you need to do in order to make your authentication works for XYZ user. Because normally, if you are a EZ user, you're logging into the instance, you are supposed to copy this public key already into the EC2 machine. Since you are creating the key from AWS console, AWS
Mhm.
takes care of copying the public key to your authorized keys file to enable your authentication to the EC2 machine. Is it clear?
Shankar, can you just show me once practically?
Sure. We'll probably do a practical session for this. Anyways, what I'm saying is
Yeah.
instead of EC2 user, if there are other
Mhm.
users in the system, Linux machine, it is a multi-user operating system. You can have multiple
Right.
users in the system. Say, instead of EC2 user, you want to give permission to the XYZ user. What you need to do is you need to first log into the
Okay.
instance as a different user or a root user, administrator user,
Mhm.
and copy the public key associated to the private key. So normally we have a public and
Mhm.
private key combination, right? Everywhere
Yeah.
it is a public key and private key combination. So public key you need to copy to the that particular user's home directories, home directory and .ssh authorized keys. So okay, I missed this thing. .ssh slash authorized underscore keys file. Once you copy that, you should be able to log into the EC2 instance using ssh-i um, key file key.pem xyz at IP address. That's what you need to do after you copy the key to the public key to the username, the user home address. So the second question is exactly the same thing. Number six question is the same thing. It is all about how to where exactly the public key is copied into the remote machine. You have an idea, right now? Which file, which location?
Yes. Yes. .ssh.
Yeah. So uses home directory, that is
In home directory .ssh
.ssh slash authorized
authorized keys.
underscore keys.
Keys.
This is very, very important because this is the most fundamental thing and very important thing for DevOps engineer to understand this concept. So you can do hundreds of servers login within no time and install some packages or patches like that. So it helps you to quickly do some admin activities on the remote servers. Okay. So if you don't have this authorized keys file and the entry over there, you will not be able to log into the remote servers, be it EC2 instance, be it any virtual machine, you will not be able to log into the remote machine. Okay. Any doubts, any
Yeah.
questions?
No, Shankar.
Sure. So what is passwordless authentication? Is it same as key-based authentication? Yes. It is. It allows you to log into remote servers without any prompt. It helps DevOps to automate the login process. How to use local private key to log into the EC2 instance. So this is a little tricky. We have a local machine. We have it local in the local machine. We have /.ssh /id_rsa.pub. Right? This file content should be copied and then pasted into remote machines home directory, user home directories, EC2 user home directory, .ssh authorized _keys file. So it should be done using the VA editor. Using a VA editor, you should append the key to the file. Then you should be able to log in. Like SSH-i tilt .ssh ID_RSA, then EC2-user at IP address. Is it clear?
Yes, Shankar. So basically, I need to paste the public key content to the remote machine authorized key files. Okay.
Yeah.
And do we need to uh change change it to 400 or 600?
That is your private key. For
Okay.
authorized keys file, there is no much restrictions.
Okay.
What permissions need to be given to the private key? That is 400 or 600. That is nothing but read,
Retried.
read dash 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 dash. So it is like user, group, others. There are three type of users. So owner, I will put it as owner. Owner who is logged into the system. He is owner.
No.
Group, which group he belongs to. Every user must belong to a particular group. You cannot be a single user. You cannot be associate. You cannot be user cannot exist without associated to the group. So others are like people who are is not part of this group are called others. Okay, for this question, I'll go through the slide and explain you. For now, I'll stop the recording.